come to the bold analysis. Someone challenged me today that, Kevin, we've been speaking and you analysts are speaking about Raila, Ruto, UDA, Azimio and everything, but you're not speaking to protesters because that is a part that no one wants to address. In fact, I was just asking, what exactly should protesters expect? What are the do's and don'ts? And you know, I realized, what exactly is it? It was a very interesting call. So, on this one, I want to point out some 5 things that Azimio supporters must have in mind. And Kenyans that are going to protest tomorrow must bear in mind the do's and don'ts. I know I spoke about it in the previous video. Raila Odinga, in his address yesterday, he made a statement that they will send some few delegates to State House. And according to me, that was to be maybe Kalonzo Musyoka. Police gave a rebuttal about it and said they're barricading the roads. They will not. It's a protected area and they will not allow anyone to get around that place without permission. And if you get there, you will be prosecuted. Today, when Raila is in church, was in the Rongai church, he actually said, he made it clear, and if people were asking for that clarity, where will people meet? He said that they will meet around KICC, there, full glare, and he was asking the protesters to carry white handkerchiefs. Probably others might opt to carry the sufuria aspect. On the Azimio, in terms of planning on what to be carried or so, I think they've not become so clear about it. And after that, maybe they will start marching. They say towards that direction. I think that they did say around statements. Now, on the other side, government have had a fair share of confusion regarding the demos. Nairobi police commander, claimed that the police picketing from Azimio was late, that it received the information late. Azimio shared a letter that they had shared with the IG on 17th, with Odinga confirming it was shared with the Inspector General of Police. But Bungei stated that no information was relayed to him and the order to rule the picketing as illegal was from the IG. However, the law requires Bungei or Kome to alert Raila and Azimio in writing that the procession would not be permitted. None of the entities confirmed the receipt of the letter from the police. So there was no written letter. They're supposed to write a written letter to Raila Odinga team about maybe cancelling that. So that has not been done. And they said about receiving other groups about it. Now, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki also made it clear that the declaration by Raila was unlawful on the public holiday, but as a lawyer, he knows very well that there is no law that would actually ban it. There is no ground to ban it. And he did not say that the law, or rather the mass action has been banned. He called on schools, institutions, and asked their staff not to report. Number of schools, there is a number of schools that have asked students and staff not to report to school on Monday on a precaution ahead of the protest. Parents are also worried about it, while he's also saying that things should just go on. So what should the protesters know? What should Azimio supporters? What should those supporters know? Ladies and gentlemen, kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell and like our video. Thank you very much for those who are supporting us from different parts of this country and of course across the globe. Number one, cameras are going to be everywhere. Be wary of media coverage. I haven't seen Raila Odinga team. They've just said, I think they've shared a post saying that they've been down in full glare of the camera. So what you should do is you should just do the right thing. Do not give an opportunity for propaganda, or rather to do things, because this is it. If a protester within the procession will do something, the camera can capture you. So you must take a personal responsibility. If you attack someone's shop, or you try, you can be captured. And the challenge here is, you never know. Maybe you can be pushed to take a personal responsibility. So don't take advantage of the fact that there is a crowd. That is one thing we need to put. And that is why I said yesterday, within the procession, if someone is feeling that that is his opportunity to get a new phone and is trying to attack the other person, I want to believe it is the responsibility of those protesters to call that person out and deal with him or her and hand him over to the police. Don't kill someone. Hand him over to the police. When you realize, when you do that 2 or 3 people, then with that you will scare away those who are taking advantage of that mass action just to loot, cause distractions, and affect other people's affairs. So that is one thing we need to put. And because I know that there is a lot of propaganda wars, the keyboard warriors, the people that are feeling like they don't care about everything going on, they'll only be sitting to tweet. And yes, because they only could tweet too, and tweeting a lot of lies. So don't give that opportunity. Second thing, no one is talking about it, but it must be said. I want to believe that, and that should be it, the police should be there to protect you. The police should be there to shield you. So come on, then you find out that side or this side, with less of that confrontation. So what does that mean? I know there is a natural scenario where when people normally see the security officers, people become agitated, and all of a sudden the place becomes a crime scene. If you can avoid that confrontation, it's unnecessary. Don't provoke. And also this goes out to the police. There are also those who provoke. Because ukweli, juzi in Kiambu, there was a situation where someone just threw tear gas. Out of nowhere, people are just listening to what Raila was saying. But some stupid person just threw tear gas and was nearly causing a stampede. That will be a very interesting thing. The other thing that I also want to make here is, I think it is also right to know when to retreat. I know that take personal safety measures if you can. If you know, I've been seeing some scenes from what happens in Jacaranda. You should not fear. If you find that it's an arrest coming your way, take it. The country has a constitution. You can be taken to court, be presented, and that you can make your way. So if an arrest is coming and you find that's the safest thing as at the moment, take it. But let's avoid a situation of confrontation, unnecessary confrontation. If you keep to the word and what you're supposed to do, I believe, and I've been listening to Raila Odinga's message, the son of Adonijah want that mass action to be peaceful. That's what the son of Adonijah wants. He wants that mass action to be very peaceful. Then, I think you also need to avoid sideshows. I believe, I don't know, but I think Azimio should organize cells so that they find a very good coordination. Otherwise, you'll find a situation where, and this one I witnessed, I was speaking to some few people who did a protest recently, and they were saying that, wow, Akombele, and the group in front is really focused and they're moving, but there's another group behind that are just doing their own things. Or rather, thinking of taking another direction. If people are saying you're taking direction, take that direction. Don't make your own way. You never know. You can walk into a very illicit group, you don't know who is in town. Let me give you a short story. 2017, I think that was during Uhuru Kenyatta's swearing in. The day I was in town. There was some mini protest. Remember when Uhuru was being sworn in, there were those who were celebrating the other side, but there was some small protest in town. So ODM, there were some ODM supporters around. They were heading towards Nyayo. But the Jubilee team, those who are Jubilee supporters, were also around the Nyamakima area, the Helase around that place, around the Mudurwa space. But I don't know what happened, because I was just talking to a gentleman who was telling me that Ali Tokambio, he was supposed to come to Jogorod. So Ali Tokambio, aliwachana na the other ODM group because they realized that maybe they had turned rowdy, and they were heading to Nyayo, and there were rumors that there is another group coming from Nyayo, so there would be a confrontation. So what he decided to start running, going back somewhere around Tiru, not Tiru, Mikokuju, somewhere the junction, the Helase junction, here upper stage, Helase, then Kenyatta Avenue or Moi Avenue, somewhere around that place, he saw Jubilee group coming. Now walimkimbiza, and they had to run back to the ODM team. So, and okay, good thing he was a journalist, so he was giving me this story about how he had to look for his own safety. So it happened, and you may not know who is in town. There are some police who are also there, and they are also politically aligned. There are those who are also fatigued, and you don't know what can happen. Don't get yourself in a lonely place. Don't get yourself in a place where you're only 2 or 3 in a corner, in a corridor. You never know in every shit corner who you're going to meet, and you know what can happen. There are other avenues that there are some people that can even kill for it to be blamed that it was this and that. So don't take a personal safety. In fact, mimi nasema kama huwezi kaa kwa crowd, usiende. If the crowd is saying live, people are going down, go down. Don't start running alone because you are seeing that is a space and you're not seeing someone you want to start running. It's a very personal safety measures. I believe and I pray that we will keep it peaceful.